Hello there, my name is Arindam, and in this video I will be showing you how I'm going to complete the dragon fight solo on alpha difficulty using official difficulty settings. I will be using 18 Shadowmanes, all of them having the exact same stats, which are around 31,000 health and 924% melee. They all have gotten a couple of mutations on health, and they have also been raised with the mutagen, as you can see from this green thing over here. Regarding my Yutyrannus is max leveled and has every single of its level put into health, and has an 124 saddle, which is the highest saddle you can get on official servers. Now, to actually do this boss fight, you need the artifacts of the Cunning, Immune, Skylord, and Strong. If you want to know how to get these artifacts, I have made simple, efficient videos for how to get each of these artifacts using proper non-tech methods and using gear that is found only on the island map. So you can check out each of these individual videos. If you want a video which is a very quick way of getting all the artifacts, kind of like a speed run, I also have a video aggregating all of that information where I've used a tech suit to speed run through all of the caves. Now, you also need 10 each of Allosaurus brains, 2 sword tooth his tentacle, Yutyrannus lungs, and you also need to kill 2 gigas and 15 rexes, and 10 Basilosaurus blubber. Now, the strategy for so before I actually start the boss fight, let me tell you the strategy. So the enemy AI works on the basis of drag weight. The alpha dragon and all its minions are going to target my Yutyrannus because it has a drag weight much higher than that of my Shadowmanes. So my Yutyrannus is going to take aggro from all of the enemy creatures, and they are going to try and attack it. In the meantime, my Shadowmanes will be completely ignored, and because they are ignored, they will be able to attack the alpha dragon unharmed. And I'm going to be using my Yutyrannus as bait, and my Shadowmanes are going to box in the alpha dragon, so that the dragon will try to move and attack my Yutyrannus, but it will not be able to move, so it will be stuck and boxed in, while my Shadowmanes are going to do all the damage and kill it. I'm going to be using a very high amount of Ghillie armor, and the Ghillie armor is going to provide me all the hyperthermic insulation because the boss arena is very hot, and the boss also summons minions like Pteranodons and Dimorphodons, and Dimorphodons can attack you even if you are riding on a dino. So I have taken a couple of med brews. Now, with that being said, let me start the boss fight and we shall see how it goes. Actually, I already know how it will go because I've already tested this boss fight a couple of times, and it has always ended in a resounding success. It is not a question of whether I will win or lose, but the question is how long will it take for the boss to actually die. I have disabled harvesting on all of my Shadowmanes so that they do not get encumbered. Let's see if I can target it from here. This is, by the way, a 298% shotgun. As you can see, my plan was not a resounding success because it is still aggroing onto my other creatures. But that's okay. Once the dragon aggroes onto me like it has currently aggroed onto me, my Shadowmanes will be safe. The Dragon's Breath attack, if I remember correctly, can damage see, this is how it's going to work out. It's actually pretty simple. And because we are playing this on official settings, the Alpha Dragon actually has a lot of damage resistance. Of course, you will be curious why there is no timer on the boss arena. This is because this is not a true official servers. And because it is not a true official server, we can only mimic what is present on an official server. So currently we are doing this with single player settings turned off in this server, and we also have game.ini checks to ensure that the boss has the same 3x damage resistance that is present on official servers, and it also does 3x the amount of damage versus single player and non-dedicated sessions. As you can see, the real difference between official servers and single player is not much, except that it is just going to take a bit more time, and our dinos are going to take a bit less damage. If I was doing this on single player, then the boss would have been dead by now, because our Shadowmanes actually does a ton of damage, because they take Maid boost, Back boost, Thorn Tail debuff boost, we have to be careful about these guys. Because you can see that Dimorphodons can actually damage me while I'm riding on my Yutyrannus. Do you know what I did? I called them back, otherwise the battle would have happened on that lava river and my Shadowmanes would have taken damage from the fire and they would have probably died also. Because careful management of your Shadowmanes is very important. And thus, this guy is dead. and we have gotten the dossier. Now all I need to do is come close and take a proper screenshot. Right, now that the boss fight has ended, we can take a look at our dinos. Just 6000. This one would be at half health. Not much. Half health. So in general, this was a very successful fight and a very easy fight. You can see that you can see that the highest health lost by the Shadowmanes was around 14 to 15,000. And my Yutyrannus was barely unharmed. Regarding myself, you can see this is my own condition, and I had to take around 2 med brews. You might have seen several videos, and I have also done several runs in which uh, the dragon actually could not even take a single bite of my creatures. It was completely boxed in, but because of the different uncertainties in ARK and the lag you can face on servers, especially official servers, it is always wise to account for the odd scenario in which the dragon eventually lands in a spot in which it might actually aggro onto the Shadowmanes, or it might take a bite or two out of my Yutyrannus. But even in such a case, once we figure out how to actually coordinate between the Shadowmanes and the Yutyrannus, and how we can use uh, wall of Shadowmanes as protection for the Yuty, this fight becomes trivial, and it can be repeated on no matter how hard the server is. Remember, the dragon actually did attack from mostly its breath attacks. There were I counted 2 breath attacks in total. But other than that, it did not do much of its bite attack because it was too much focused on coming close to the UT, which it could not. Now I have actually covered all 3 alpha boss fights on the island map using my Shadowmane. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please drop a like, share around, and help me reach my goal of more views, that is. But till then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon in the next video.